And children passively absorb what they're around. So if you have a person that is parenting a young child and they are terrified of unpredictability, they're terrified of not being in control, guess what? They will both control the child, which brings up all this I'm in control, I'm trapped, and all that kind of stuff that we were talking about earlier. Now that's happening in a child that literally has no defenses against it. And then on top of that, that child will internalize this compulsive need for control and the panic attack in response to it. That child will literally internalize a sense of panic at the idea of being out of control. It's not just inherited, it was taught to them by the parent that couldn't handle it. And then to add tragedy to that dynamic, the child will internalize a massive judgment of self for every aspect of self that cannot be controlled. Then you have got the internal war, this massive internal battle of self-hatred, shame, loathing. It's really not pretty. Why? Where did it come from? It came from a parent that could not sit with discomfort. That's my opinion anyway. I know I can come across harsh and brutal at times. And I'm sorry about that. But it's like, once I started seeing how all this stuff fits together, the answer is so clear. And I am one of those people that I suffered in my life anywhere between misery and, fantasies of ending it all because of the patterns that I learned and I internalized in my childhood years. And it took me a long, long time and a great deal of effort to escape from those patterns, the thought patterns, the emotional patterns, the judgment patterns, the criticism, self-hatred, blah, 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 all that stuff, right? It took me a long time to get out of that. And then once I did, I'm just like, I don't want anyone else to ever go through that. And so we understand how this stuff works. Yes, it's theoretical, but you just come do field work with me, watch, listen, and see if you notice anything about these theories that seems off base, misdirected, misguided, manipulative.